Hello everyone, this is Sandra at Spirit of Avalon. So after doing Candy's Spring Tarot to be Read tag the other day, this was one of the decks that I showed towards the end of that video, which is the Celtic Shaman's pack. And I had quite a few people that did ask to see a full walkthrough. So that's what I'm going to do today, as people were interested. That's totally fine. So yeah, so this is the Celtic Shaman's pack. Now I think this is like a republished one, because I think it was in a different box and everything prior to this, but this is the current one that you can buy now. So this is Guided Journeys to the Other World by John Matthews and illustrated by Cheska Potter. And Cheska Potter was the artist for the original Greenwood Tarot, which is very difficult to get now, but there apparently is going to be republished, reprinted at some point, which would be really great if it was. But I love Cheska Potter's artwork, and I do have the Greenwood Tarot, not the original, but I do have it in a form that was done from the images that were available, but I don't show it because it's not the original one, but at least I do have it in some form, at least. So yeah, so it's a nice hard box. It's got a pull out here which pulls out the book and the cards. It's a nice blue colour. On the back it says, enter the magical realm of the shaman and develop your latent shamanic skills. The Celtic Shaman's pack offers direct access to the inner cosmos of the Celts, enabling you to make contact with the powerful archetypes to be found there. This pack constitutes your shaman's pouch, representing your very own collection of items imbued with magical or mystical significance, offering a bridge between the world of the everyday and the world of unseen reality that is a part of every shaman's training. The cards represent key aspects of the Celtic universe, providing you with a set of shamanic journey coordinates. By working with the images on a daily basis for divination and discovery, you will learn to journey on the visionary path and gain a heightened understanding of yourself, as well as insight into your true life direction. And this contains a 176-page guidebook and 40 illustrated cards, and the publisher is Red Wheel. So it comes out like that. So the cards sit in there and the book on top. So nice sturdy packaging, and I love the front cover. So that's that. Then we get a book, and this is quite a nice size book. I mean, look at this, guys. This is like your proper chunky book. So again, really nice. On the front it has like a matte cover, nice sort of thick paper inside. So then we get Introduction, The Roots of the Tree, Part 1, Walking Between Worlds, The Celtic Shaman's Craft, Part 2, The Shaman's Pack, Carrying the World on Your Back. And then we have different sections of the cards, like the Card of Vision. So we have just one for that, which is the Tree of Vision and Tradition. Then we have the Movers. So we have the Vision Singer, the Walker Between Worlds, and the Wild Man. Then the Empowerers. So we have a list here. And then the Worlds. Then we have the Elements, the Totem Beasts, and the Shapers. And these are sectioned off by different colours to the backs of the cards, which I will show you. So all the borders are white, but the backs of the cards are in different colours, which gives you these different sections. So part 3 is readings and revelations, telling yourself stories, so different spreads. And part 4 is roots and branches, ways into dreaming. So we've got a introduction to the new edition. There you go, you see, this is the new edition 2015. So I first wrote and devised this deck in 1995. So yeah, so this is like the new edition, which is what I was saying at first, because I'm sure I've seen this in different packaging, the old edition, and there may be changes to cards, I'm not sure, but let's read this anyway and see what John Matthews has to say. I first wrote and devised this deck in 1995 with art by the incomparable Cheska Potter. It rapidly became a favourite deck and was widely used by the students I taught from this period onwards. After it finally went out of print, Cheska decided to repudiate her earlier work and to withdraw from the world. Now 20 years on, I am very pleased to be able to relaunch what has become a classic deck with Cheska's original art, which looks as wonderful today as it did then. Inevitably, with the passage of time and several reprints, the original images have become darkened and, in some cases, slightly blurred. I am grateful to my friend and frequent collaborator, Will Kingan, for his work to restore the colour balance to its original pristine quality. So that's really good. In working through the text, I found some inconsistencies and lapses in expression that I felt could be improved. I began with the intention to tidy up the text and ended by revising the whole of parts 3 and 4 extensively. I also took the opportunity to rename the card, previously titled The Wizard, with the more appropriate term of the Druid. Thus, while the text published here remains close to that of the 1995 edition, I have updated, clarified, and even extended it in places. I hope that all those who love the original deck, as well as a new generation of shamanic journeyers, will find it as empowering as the original edition. So that's good. And then we've got the introduction, roots of the tree, early shamanic practice, a note on ancestry, observations of the heart, walking between worlds, the Celtic shaman's craft. So you see here, the pack consists of 40 cards divided into 6 subsets, designated by different coloured backs. These are the movers, yellow, the empowerers, red, the worlds, green, the elements, blue, the totem beasts, brown, and the shapers are purple. So, and then it tells you about all of these, the worlds, the elements, the totem beasts, etc. And even tells you about the card back. But sorry about the interruption. So where did we get to? We got to the card back. And it says here that the image on the back of the card derives from one of the many sun-star symbols carved into the stones of Newgrange in Ireland. So that's quite cool. So then we go to the trance and the journey. We have dimensions of reality, the mundane world, the way between the worlds, the other world. So this is really cool. There's lots of information in this book. The world of the spirits, communicating with the spirits, working with the ancestors, working with totems and power animals, making a journey, method, and then we've got journey notes, and then we've got the shaman's pack, carrying the world on your back. So this is the card by card section of the book. So you've got the card, in this case it's the Tree of Vision and Tradition, so a small black and white picture, the name, a little short write up here, keyword, and then there's lots of writing for each one. So we've got the opening part here, we've got lore, journey. So this is a really cool pack. So you've got basically 2 pages for each card, and there are 40 cards in this pack, so it's not too bad a size. And then we go to readings and revelations, telling yourself stories, beginning interaction. And look at this, how cool does this look? Empowerers, elements, totem beast, shapers. So these are like the card spreads, how to use the pack. Journey spread. So examples there. And then the triad spread. Shaman's path spread, I bet that will be cool to do. So and again, example. The elements spread. The inspirer spread. The Owen word list, that's cool that you've got like an Owen word list here as well. Owen letter, original, modern interpretation, so that's really good. Laying out the cards, and you've got different questions. Roots and branches, ways into dreaming. The 7-day program. 7-week program, the 12-month cycle. Look at this, and all the different equinoxes and stuff marked on here, and the festivals. So that is very cool. I love this. I mean, I haven't read it yet, but I am going to. The Song of the Winds. It's like poems. The Song of the Winds, the Song of Being. Yeah, so it's power songs and chants. Oh, I love that. Power songs and chants. Yes. Excellent. Shape-shifting song, the 3 worlds. Mediation. And yeah, so really, really good book, guys. This is full of information. Really good, and it's 100 and what without that, so say 173 pages, so really good there. So let's get into the cards. The cards are not huge. They are not huge cards for this type of deck. They are, so let's get Low Scarabeo card, tarot card. So they're a little bit taller and kind of reasonable amount wider, but kind of tarot sized, because Low Scarabeo's cards are slightly slimmer always, aren't they? So the first card is the Tree of Vision and Tradition, and the back of this card is like that. So that's the back of the first card. So then we go into, I wonder if I should reference the book. Probably, that would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? So yeah, so that's the card of vision that we've just seen. And then we've got the movers. So these cards have a yellow border. So the backs are the same, but the borders are different colours for the different sections. So these are the movers. So this is the first mover, is the Vision Singer. Then we have the Walker Between Worlds. I love that. I just love this artwork, and it's so good that the images got kind of brightened and brightened up and everything by Will Kingan. The Wild Man. So then we move to the Empowerers, and these have a red border on the back. So we have the Ferryman. Cards are glossy, guys, but nice cardstock. It's that sort of in-between cardstock, not too thick, not too thin, so nice cardstock. We have the Woodward. It's another one of our Empowerers. Love that though, look at it. Just love Cheska Potter's artwork. The Lady of the Ways, one of my favourite cards in this deck. The Bride of the Waters. We have the Druid, and this is one of the ones that was renamed because it used to be the Wizard. It has now been renamed the Druid, which I much prefer. The Keeper of the Wheel. The Seeress. The Woman Made of Flowers, which reminds me of Blodeuwedd. And the Keeper of Letters is the last of our Empowerers. Then we have the Worlds. So we have the Firmament. Look at that blue with that sun. And that is on the green borders. You can see green borders for the Worlds. The Circle of Nine, love that. The In-World. Then we move to the Elements, and these have got a blue border that kind of blends in with the rest of the backing. And we have the Mound of Wonders. Then we have the Colours of the Winds. Love this one. The Green and Burning Tree. Half fiery and half green. So cool. I love it. These images really speak to me. A lot of Celtic decks do, actually. And we have the Well of Sigase. I think that's how you say it, but I may be wrong. It's another really nice card. So that was our Elements. Now we move on to the Totem Beasts. And the border for this is like a tan brownish colour. So we have the Salmon. The Stag. Love this one. We have the Crane. The Owl. The Crow. And I love that there's a lot of sort of Celtic knotwork type of designs in these too. We have the Otter. It's lovely. And we have the Hound. Now this has been depicted like a white hound with red ears. You can just about maybe make out that he's got red coloured ears. And these are meant to be the hounds of the Lord of the Wild Hunt. So normally this is Gwyn ap Neath. His hounds are said to have be white with red ears, or you know, another name for that people sometimes use is Around from Annwn, which is the sort of fairy land, if you like, the land of the Fae. Is that it has these white hounds with red ears. The Eagle. And the Boar. we have the horse, which is not your normal depiction of a horse, but very cool because it's done in that Celtic way. And we have the cow. So that is our totem beasts, and then we have the shapers, which is in this purple colour border, and we have the father, the mother. Such cool artwork, so good. The son, the maiden, the lady of the sacred earth. Love this. I wonder if it's meant to be like, I'm just making things up myself, I totally don't know, but you know, like Rhiannon, because she was is a goddess that was meant to ride on a white horse. So just things that come to me, but not necessarily am I correct. But the Lord of the Sea, that's a cool one. The Lady of the Moon and Stars. The Lord of the Underworld. So you see, the Lord of the Underworld, and again, we've got the white dogs with red ears. This is what I'm saying. So like Gwyn ap Neath, so I was right, I think it's Gwyn ap Neath. Very cool. And then we have the Lady of the Cauldron, and that's the last of our cards. So that is the entire deck, guys. I think it's an amazing deck. I absolutely love it, and I'm definitely going to be working with this. This really should be added to, well, actually it was in, wasn't it? Not added to. This is going to be one of my spring decks for sure. I want to really work with this, and it's also a good one if you don't like huge oracle cards, you know, like how they can be a huge size, and not everyone likes that if you've got small hands, and these are more tarot sized, but it's a really lovely set. I would definitely like recommend getting it if you're into like Celtic, the Celtic tradition, or interested in the historical side of the Celts, or even in like shamanic work. It's so good, I think. And I've not even worked with it properly yet, and already I get like goosebumps just going through the cards. So yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed having a look at this set. And yeah, let me know if you think you might purchase this, or if you already have it and what you think of it. Yeah, let me know. And yeah, I'm sure I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.